This is the type of company that Disney is. They're trash. They do not deserve benefit of the doubt. And this movie is just symbolic of that. But we can go further. Look at that trash, cheesy 1960s fruit stripe gum, old school looking your wife, Mike. Hey, honey, here's a microwave. It's supposed to make popcorn type of suit. Look at this old looking B1, B2 banana and pajama looking at suit, bro. This look trash. What's up with them big shoes? That looks corny. Fantastic Four news is in the pipe. And by pipe, I mean rock. The news is in the rock. And by I mean rock, I mean this rock man. Look at the thing. This is took it on the set. Someone snapped an image through some bars in a window somewhere of him putting on his mask. That's the thing, bruh. Look at those outfits. Holy freak. Look at how, like, short he is. Am I tripping, or is that like a short? Maybe not, but he just looks short because he's so big, right? Like, look at this footage. You know, there's something that I like. See, there's something that I actually like about this footage, bro. Like, one of the things that first came to my mind when I first seen it was how practical it is. They've done this before, actually, and it turned out really, really well. As a matter of fact, I wanna pull up a video for you guys and show you what they did with another character on another superhero movie. This superhero movie is called X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I'm proud of what I am. I'm proud of what I've done for my country. You'll sit there in judgment.
Him.
I say to them, you got a problem with me, you say it to my face.
See that? When they made him, they made a whole suit.
T-shirt underneath.
Maybe about 5 pieces of rubber that fit on him, custom made to him.
Do I look like Blob yet?
It's going to look beautiful, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. It looks fake. It looks CG, right?
Look at that.
Look at how unrealistically like CG it looks, but it's actually practical.
It's going to look beautiful, yeah.
Look at that. You got a smaller man with a fat man's head, bro. How do you do that? It's the wonders of practical, like the masks to make it look practical. Like that, I thought Blob was completely CGI. X-Men Origins Wolverine got hacked and released like 6 months before the movie came out. It was a big thing on the internet. Everybody was looking at the undone CG and how bad the CG looked. Everybody was ragging on X-Men Origins Wolverine before it came out in theaters. I think it came out in 2009, but it might have been leaked in 2008. I mean, it was leaked really early, and they were ragging on it about the CG looking trash and all that. And when you see the Blob, you think that the Blob was one of those CG things. But the Blob is completely practical, bro. So I bring this up to go back full circle to the Fantastic Four footage of the Thing. It's the exact same thing. She's adjusting a face that is put on him. And the reason why that works is because it looks more realistic. You know, it's somehow he will be able to emote in certain ways, certain things. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's mechanics in those eyebrows that will make those eyebrows emote as well. The eyebrows will go up and down. His mouth will open with the way his mouth opens, probably. His eyes, you'll be able to see his real eyes. And it looks more, as far as the Thing itself, looks more realistic. And I actually think that's a good thing for the movie. What's a bad thing for the movie is a lot of other stuff. Who's making it, the agenda behind it, the fact that Sue Storm is going to be hoeing all of these men, the fact that Pedro Pascal is a beta male, and he's a sucker, and he's a wimp, and he got soft. He's far from the Viper from House of Game of Thrones. And the fact that all these other fools is busters and the script is going to be trash because they had to do a lot of rewrites and all that. And the fact that they're just now really shooting, and the movie is supposed to come out in 10 months, bruh. This movie is supposed to come out in 10 months. So you're doing shooting, and in 10 months, the movie is supposed to be released. I'm like, okay, so what? You're going to be shooting for the next 6 months, 5 months, And then the next 4 months is going to be CGI post principal and maybe I don't even think you have time to do reshoots. So it's like this movie's going to be probably a nightmare because, you know, for obvious reasons. And the fact that it's shooting late is just another reason on top of the pile of reasons why Fantastic Four is going to be garbage. Fantastic Four is going to be garbage, bro. Ain't nobody outside of an MCU shield thinks that this movie is going to be awesome. Strictly anything away from the word fantastic will this movie be. This movie is going to be trash. Everything wrong with the MCU is the makeup of this movie. This movie is the brainchild of the MCU of old, of new. What is the MCU of old, of new? Well, it's the MCU of old, of new because it is the old faction of the MCU, because I believe we're in a new one, thanks to Robert Downey Jr., thanks to Deadpool and Wolverine, thanks to the fact that this fool Kevin Feige understood that we're bleeding and hemorrhaging money and nobody likes our movies, so we had to warp out Kang the Conqueror, warp out Quantumania stuff, and redo Secret Wars to announce Secret Wars, bring back the Russos, bring back Robert Downey Jr., not as Tony Stark, but as Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom. That's a huge W for the MCU. That's the MCU of new. But the MCU of old was the MCU that took place after Endgame. After your Shang-Chi, your Shang-Chi, Eternals, then it started getting really bad with your Thor Love and Trash, your Wakanda Forevers, your Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I mean, that's dog shit, right? You're the Marvels. The Marvel. They've abandoned that. But in that period is when this movie was being created, produced, and made. They greenlit this movie, wrote this script in with the same agenda that they've been having for the last 5 years, which means there's no adjustments that you could do to make this movie better. This movie is being fast-tracked strictly because of Avengers Secret Wars. Avengers Secret Wars is going to come out and it's going to take place in the Fantastic Four universe. Because Dr. Doom is a Fantastic Four-ish villain. Dr. Doom is tied heavily to the Fantastic Four. So Dr. Doom's character will most likely stem from the universe that these characters stem from. So in order for Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. to come out and do his shit and do it the right way, and for him to be introduced and teased, the tease is going to come here. I believe that this is the movie that's going to show our first glimpse or voice of Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. That's why they're fast tracking it. That's why they're not stopping. That's why they're just making things happen. That's why out of nowhere they threw a script in the trash and then one just popped up out of nowhere. Like, oh, we got to listen, and then they're automatically shooting. I mean, it's wild how fast this movie is moving. The movie is moving fast because it has to move fast. And what do you guys know in the chat and below? What do you guys know when it comes to doing movies fast? What good could come of that? What happens when you rush a script, rush a production? What happens when movies are fast-tracked historically in the MCU or out? Any movie. 9 out of 10, they turn out poorly. And that's what this Fantastic Four is going to be. And you're right, King Poseidon in the chat. He mentioned he brought up Blade. Blade, Mahershala Ali, he's almost out of there. He's got a foot and a half out the door, bro. Just the heel of his penny loafers are still behind the door seal. He's like most of the way out, bro. You know, Mr. Game & Watch, that shadow is Mahershala's shadow. Just the last little back part of the foot is still left. He's on his way out, bro. Blade, I don't think that Mahershala Ali is going to be Blade, bro. I think that Wesley Snipes, he's coming for that role. I think they're going to get Wesley Snipes to play Blade. I think that because of Deadpool and Wolverine, Mahershala Ali's Blade film went even further in the toilet. And it's, you know, it's already on its way to the sewer, bro. Mahershala never should have signed up for it. I mean, I understand. I'm not going to say he should have signed up for it. He never should have stayed on as long as he did. After he saw what they did with Jonathan Majors and how they hold him for being innocent, him putting a white woman in the car and running from her got him fired. I'm not lying. You guys know it. This is a true statement. Jonathan Majors got fired for putting a woman in the car to get away from her and running from a white woman. That fool lost his job, and they restructured the MCU over that. This is the type of company that Disney is. They're trash. They do not deserve benefit of the doubt. And this movie is just symbolic of that. But we can go further. Look at that trash, cheesy 1960s fruit stripe gum, old school looking beat your wife. Mike, hey, honey, here's a microwave. It's supposed to make popcorn type of suit. Look at this old looking B1, B2 banana and pajama looking in his suit. Bro, this look trash. What's up with them big shoes? That looks corny. What a cheesy looking display here. What a soft looking thing, bro. Ben Grimm from the original Fantastic Four series, played by that little short bald dude on FX who used to be in the show called The Shield. He'll put tips on this boy, bruh. He'll put clobbering time and hands on this motherfucker, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I like the way the thing looks. That outfit ain't it. And that outfit is tied to the same picture that they released in that 1960s family era. It looks old and dated because it is old and dated. And that's the look that they're going for. So we're talking about an old and dated era, right? We're talking about the 50s and the 60s, right? Okay. It's not going to feel like the 50s and 60s. It's not going to have that feel. I guarantee it. Because what the freak is Sue Storm going to be doing calling shots, being a girl boss for? If we keeping it a buck, Mr. Fantastic should be slapping her up across the face when she gets out of line. If we're being 100, I think that there's comic strips showing Mr. Fantastic slapping his. And that's what they was looking at in the 1960s, bro. Hey, honey. Hi, freaking Franklin Reed, whatever freak his name is. Mr. Fantastic? Miss Reed? Hey, Reed, welcome home, baby. It's good to be here. What's for dinner? So I ordered out because the dinner, the meatloaf burned. Oh. What's that there, honey? No, that here. There. Here. I wanted meatloaf. Got me effed up. Now get back in that goddamn kitchen and take that fried chicken and send it down to the washes. They like it. Give it to Will, their freaking house. They'll like that chicken. Give it to him. They like the chicken. You get back in there and get my mother freaking meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and you better make my mashed potatoes extra fluffy or I'll fluffy your eye. Freak up in there. Let's keep it a stack here. But they're not going to do that. This movie is doomed. I think it's going to be garbage. I think the movie's already garbage before it comes out. There's nothing from this movie that I care about except the end credits. And I don't know about you, but that's some things that I've been saying lately about the MCU prior to the Deadpool Wolverine stuff. Motherfuckers you only watch a movie for the end credits now to see what they're doing. What was the Marvel's end credits? Had some hype. The end credits of Falcon 4 are going to have hype. The end credits of Thor, what was the last one? Was it Love and Trash or was it Quantumania? The end credits is going to be the most shocking thing. I feel like Quantumania meant nothing. Quantumania meant nothing. Motherfuckers care about the end credits. That's what this is. This is going to have end credits tying to Doom or something from the future. That's all it's going to be. I'm completely down on it. I'm not high on this at all because all the news that come out for this movie has been bad. So many male actors, in case you guys have forgot, have turned this movie down once they read the script. There's something with the script that was trash, and all these actors tied to being Mr. Fantastic, they dropped. Why? Because this is a girl boss, man-hating, womanizer, king, matriarchy movie, bro. Nobody wants to be in that. Ben, he's going to be an idiot. Just like he always is, but even worse. Taking bosses from Sue. Everybody's going to be taking freaking from Sue. Sue's going to be running this show. And I'm glad that you brought that up too. I forgot. More trash. A female Silver Surfer. Who the freak wants to watch a female Silver Surfer? The answer is nobody. Nobody wants to watch the female Silver Surfer over the real Silver Surfer, Mr. Norrin Rad. That's the one they want to see. That's the only one that people know. And I don't care if there were 12 comics 30 years ago with a female Silver Surfer. That don't mean shit to me. Silver Surfer fans are Silver Surfer fans of only one person, Norrin Rad. That's it. I don't care about his wife. I don't care about his side chick. I don't care about nobody from another dimension who played a Silver Surfer. They only care about Norrin Rad like we Superman fans care about Clark Kent. Val Zod, Calvin Ellis could lick my balls for all I care. Make sure Superman is right. It's the same thing with Silver Surfer. So you got a female Silver Surfer with a female Sue Storm that's going to be femaling everything up. Miss me entirely. Anybody who is gassed for Fantastic Four has bad memory. What has Fantastic Four did historically? Fox didn't do well with them. Those movies aren't as bad as they were back then because movies have gone downhill, but those movies were not as good as they should have been. Then they've had Fant Four Stick with a black Michael B. Jordan. That was dog shit. Now they're trying it again. This is the fourth Fantastic Four movie, and I hope none of you motherfuckers are excited for that. You guys need to understand that they can't get the First Family right, bruh. The First Family is an outdated franchise. It's an outdated ideology. It's an outdated IP. First Family, la da da. I mean, the problems that you guys have with Superman with draws over the pants, this is worse. This is absolutely worse. So, yeah, got nothing good to say about this except for I will be skipping it. I'm skipping this. And the only reason why I would probably watch it, I was definitely going to skip it. But I may watch it because of the end credit scene. Because I know this is going to be tied to Dr. Doom in some form or fashion. So the end credits are the thing that I care about the most. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out. Deuces.